Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing condos, specifically buying a Thai condo with a quote-unquote built-in tenant. And I'll get to an article citation here in a moment, but first it's notable that foreign nationals can own condos outright in Thailand, notwithstanding the restrictions on foreigners from owning land here in Thailand or other real estate and immovable property for that matter. One must understand that in order to buy and gain freehold title, that's Shinote title, to a condominium here in Thailand, one must basically comply with the Thai Condominium Act. Well, I should say the juristic person, the entity, the condo facility itself must be in compliance. And there's also certain steps that must be taken in order to be in compliance for the buyer in order to have freehold title conveyance to them. So to have that freehold title transferred to them. A number of different things. We made a number of videos on this. There's banking requirements, etc., associated with that. But the purpose of this video, and I thought of making this after reading a recent article from The Tiger, that's The Tiger, Tiger is spelled THAIGER.com, thetiger.com, and hats off to those folks. We're certainly friendly with them over there. The title of this article, The Pros and Cons of Buying a Tenant-Occupied Condo, quoting directly, for real estate investors looking for immediate cash flow in Thailand, buying a condo with a tenant might seem ideal. After all, it saves you the time, money, and stress of looking for a new tenant. However, buying a tenant-occupied condo in Thailand has both advantages and disadvantages. If you're not careful, you could end up purchasing a costly problem from the seller. That's why it's essential to weigh the risks against the benefits and be sure you fully understand the implications. Quoting further, if you need to evict a tenant, the process can be complicated and costly. Yeah, it's something to really think about when you're purchasing anything in Thailand. You know, if you've already got tenants there, eviction can be a bit of a cumbersome process. Now, there's some circumstances, I see this rather frequently, where the situation is, okay, or even in assumption of a lease, of a master lease, I see this happen from time to time. But in a condo context as well. Look, there's already somebody in there, but there's 3 months left on the lease, and I'm just starting this process. By the time we're done with the conveyancing and I can get to Thailand and get in the condo, that person's lease will already be over. That's great, but understand, part of the due diligence associated with conveyancing of a condo here in Thailand should be searching for these things so as to forestall. I actually had a situation years ago where somebody bought a condo and did not realize that there was essentially somebody squatting in it. It was essentially the sort of the former significant other of the person that this person bought it from, and it took some doing to finally get that person to leave, even though they didn't have any legal right to be there. Still, the practicality of doing that can be relatively difficult to overcome. So the thing to take away from this video is, yeah, there are pros and cons. I urge folks who are watching this video, check out that article from The Tiger, a lot of information in there. There are pros and cons to buying a condo which already has a tenant in it.